I got robbed by a sweet old lady on a motorized cart. I didn't even see it coming. Welcome back, everybody. So, I thought of this the other day, wanted to come out and do it. I've never played an entire round using only MVP/AXIOM discs. The problem is, I didn't have any AXIOM/MVP putters, like putting putters. And so, I got this yesterday, did a little bit of putting in the backyard with it. It's a Nomad. I actually really like it, and I may end up switching to it. Right now I putt with links. The link has a little bit more of a bead on it, but so far I really like it. I think this Nomad actually, for whatever reason for me, feels like it has a touch more glide, and I really like that. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. I really enjoy making content for you guys, and we're gonna get straight into the round. Only gonna use MVP and AXIOM discs, that's it, which is slowly taking over my bag, and eventually I may have nothing but that in there. So, I have a Raptor in my bag. It's a Discraft Raptor, and it's like my go-to forehand disc, and it's hard for me to find a disc that flies exactly like it. But I'm sure AXIOM/MVP has a disc, or Streamline. I'm sure they have a disc that flies similar to it, so. We're gonna do our best and play our best, and hopefully we shoot a good round for you guys. We're gonna get into it. Just get a few warm-up throws in. Love this disc. It's an envy. I may end up taking that shot. This is my first time ever throwing this disc. It's an MVP Matrix, and I was looking for something a little bit more stable than the Hex and less stable than the Pyro. Hopefully this is the guy. Speaking of guy, there's a guy walking right through our screen right now. So you witnessed it right here, first time ever for me to throw the Matrix. Let's see what happens. Watch me ace it. Definitely didn't ace it, but I kind of threw it like a baby, but hey, we got up there. So I'm gonna throw one more disc and then we'll be done. Here's the old Pyro. Such a good throw. Get around it. Boom, baby. Golly, I love that disc. Who doesn't love that disc? See how the Nomad does. I'll take that. Call the old trusty envy here. Got a little bit of a left to right headwind here. Stay up, stay up, stay up. I don't know if it stayed up. Got a headwind putt. Oh! Picked up this time lapse in a used bin at this local disc golf. Well, it's like a sports store. It's a straight headwind. So, 360 feet headwind shot. Here we go. Well, we got out there. Be a long putt. It's gonna be a heck of a putt. Oh, come on. Come on. I got robbed by a sweet old lady on a motorized cart. I didn't even see it coming. This should be a birdie. Come back. Come back. Come back. It's a decent putt. I think I really like this putter. Okay, we'll throw a different envy. Throw a neutron envy. Get up there. Get up there. That was way too soft. Great angle, but way too soft. I just babied like a 200 and 20-foot hole or something and left it like 40 short. I'm all over the basket. If you haven't noticed, I haven't thrown any forehands yet, and that's mainly because I only have one disc in my bag that maybe two, the time lapse and the resistor, which I'll throw the resistor later, but I could have thrown it on that last hole, but I didn't want to. So anyways, no forehands yet. This is usually a hole I do forehand on, and I've thought about forehanding the time lapse. You know what, we'll do it. We'll forehand the time lapse. Let's see what happens. Whoa, we are crooked. 415-foot hole. Okay, that was great. Threw it a little low, but that was great. That was great. Yeah, that time lapse handled the torque pretty well. So that was good to see. I'm hoping I'm in birdie range, because this is one of the holes on the course that, you know, if you pick up a birdie on it, you feel pretty good about it. So let's see what it looks like when I get up here. This is a fantastic, I mean, an absolute fantastic place to be. I should have forehanded this disc on 3. That's usually my play on hole 3, is to forehand it. There's less obstructions on the left side, and so if I could go back and forehand this disc on 3, I would. That'd give me a better shot at a putt, even though my putt almost went in. I got robbed. Anyways, we're gonna start on hole 7, 3 down through 6, keep it on rolling. One of these days I will ace this hole. One of these days. I'm so close, so often. I'm so close, so often. Why doesn't it just go in? It just doesn't go home. Really digging this Nomad. Oh, James Conrad put together, or MVP, whoever put it together a pretty good disc. I like it a lot. So this hole, the dog leg to the left, I used to throw stable discs out this gap. The problem is if you throw a stable disc, you're thinking it's gonna go left. What happens is it gets out there, if you throw it on hyzer, it gets through there and it just wants to crash. If you throw an unstable disc, or a neutral disc, it like pushes that line and kind of stays flat and just kind of carries over there. And it seems like I get closer with a less stable disc. We'll try it right now. This is a headwind, may make things interesting. Okay, that got a ton of lift. I did hug the right side, needed to hug the left side. We've got another circle 2 putt. We've also got a squirrel sitting at the base of this tree. It's kind of distracting. I would be pretty confident in my circle 2 putting. Actually, I am confident. The problem is, I got these hanging tree branches. There's some ghost branches there, along with this squirrel surveying the landscape. It's gonna be tough for me to get this in there. I have to kind of put it out here on a hyzer and hopefully it goes in. Hopefully I don't hit this squirrel in the head and kill it. That sucks. Well, I gave it a shot. Foot headwind putts. They're like my least favorite putt in the world, for whatever reason. It's like the range that you're like, I could miss this, and you throw headwind on top of it and you're like, I can mess this up for sure. I'm gonna throw a time lapse. It's 350 feet, but into a headwind and this low ceiling, like at max you can get the disc maybe 10 feet off the ground. So let's hope I can get it there. Turn, actually a pretty good throw. That would have had some turn to it. I've been setting pretty. It's gonna be a sticky situation here, ladies and gentlemen. Sticky situation. That is not good. It's no bueno. Here's my marker. Don't need it. I'm trying to play fast, ladies and gentlemen, so bear with me here. Slide up there, slide up there. I'll take it, I'll take it. So this is the hole. I pull out the resistor. Oh. It gives me a putt. I didn't trust it. There's a creek that runs over here, and I just didn't want to throw it in the creek. I did not get the distance I thought I did. And I got a circle 2 putt. Oh, I like that. Man, I like that. It's a great disc. Loving it, loving it. There's 2 routes on this hole. I usually throw a zone on this hole, but I don't have an MVP replacement. Like I need an entropy, something like that. But I normally push this right gap on a hyzer backhand, but I can also forehand this hole, this gap right here. I think I might get the resistor out and try it again. They're both tight gaps. That was amazing. That was amazing. I don't even know if y'all could even see it, but I'm parked. Look at this. Look at this. My favorite type of shot. I'm gonna try a tomahawk, this time lapse, over the top. That works great. That time lapse has multiple uses. This is like a monster putt. This is like, I don't know, it has to be 100 foot. That's close. I'm tracking really well right now, so hopefully this continues. I'm enjoying throwing these discs. I'm gonna throw a disc I haven't thrown this round. It's a Wrath. And you kind of just gotta poke and hope out here and get lucky. So that's what we're gonna do. And we did not get lucky. It's a shame to see that disc not see the full flight of it. It's back to the right. It's gonna be interesting. Oh man, if that would have not hit that bush and crashed like I wanted it to, that may have been pretty good. May have been pretty good. But kind of like how many licks does it take to get to the center of Tootsie Pop? We'll never know. Yes! 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 That's amazing. The fact that I pulled off a birdie on that hole is nothing short of a miracle. Forehand the old time lapse again. Well, that went completely in the wrong direction. Not a big deal though. Should get a little upshot, tap it in for a birdie. I mean, I'd rather be way over here to the right or to the left because I'm out of the trees over there and I have just a wide open shot. So, what happens when you turn your forehand over? Get in, sit. Okay. It's a little bit further of a putt than what I wanted, but we can handle it. There's another forehand with a time lapse. Got a tailwind. It's a left to right tailwind. Whoa! absolutely awful. It's the worst throw of the century. I'll take that. I'll take that all day long. Yeah, I'll take it. I usually throw fairway drive in this hole. I'm gonna try a mid-range. I got a pyro here. See what happens. Well, tried to get more flex out of it, but it's a putt. Oh my gosh, what is the deal? This putter, I was doing the same stuff in the backyard. I was like, I'm hoping that this translates tomorrow when I play around. This is absolutely blowing my mind. I've made like 4 or 5 circle 2 putts already. Like long ones, not short ones. Like this one, rangefinder, 60 feet. Like, what is the deal? My camera died. I'm using my phone now, and I do not have a wind blocker on my phone, so I apologize for the whoosh if you hear the wind. Thrown into a headwind. I normally throw fairway drive in this hole. I'm gonna disc up, throw a time lapse. Just put it off there real nice and soft, and hopefully fights the headwind, puts me in a good spot. Okay, it's not bad at all. So hopefully I can close this out and beat my PR. And that's gonna blow my mind if I do. We're gonna go see if we can make this putt. It's extremely windy. I'm gonna try to get this putt in. It's 18-foot putt for all the marbles. Semi-PR. Will I choke? Sometimes you just know when you're on, you're on. I swear, this wind is like just moving my phone ever so slightly. I just want to make this putt and go home. That's all I want. Okay, let's make it happen, Cap. Yes! That is an awesome way to finish a round. An awesome way to finish a round. It's awesome. You know what's not awesome? Is this wind. I got lucky, I caught that. So I just got home and I was kind of thinking about the round on the way home, and I have a couple big takeaways. If you take anything away from this video, just remember these 2 things. First, I'm excited I beat my PR. Anytime you ever beat your PR on a course or a round, it's always an exciting time because you feel like you've gotten better. And I've had that PR there for a year, over a year, and I've tied it. I have shot under it several times, only 1 or 2 strokes under it. I've shot 11 under several times. I've shot 10 under handfuls of times, and then 9 under, 8 under, 7 under a lot of time. And I just, for some reason, never could get to 12 under. And so I did it today, and it's exciting. But there's some big takeaways. So if you want to take away anything, just take away these 2 things. 1, I had 16 discs in my bag instead of 25 and 28. I usually carry 25 to 28 because I buy a disc, I like that disc, I throw it, I'm like, I really like it, stick it in the bag. What happens is I don't really end up ever throwing that disc in the round. For whatever reason, I gravitate more towards like my top 5 or 6 discs, and I throw those discs more than I do the other ones. And so my bag really sets there with 10 discs that don't really get thrown very often. And so it's nice to have them, but they don't really get thrown that often. So I'm probably gonna definitely have less discs in my bag going forward. I may buy more of the same molds just to have some backups in the bag. So I may be pushing, 20, 23 instead of 16. But one reason is because my bag holds so many. And right now, I'll give you an example. They're just like falling over. And so I probably need, I don't know, 4 or 5 more discs just to keep the discs from falling over. But if I do buy any discs, I'm gonna definitely have discs that I know exactly what they're gonna do, and I'm gonna try to stick to the same molds. So there's that. The next point is putting. Everyone knows that putting makes a big difference, especially if you can make circle 2 putts. I mean, if you can put 100% inside circle 1, you're doing something. But if you can make 4 or 5 putts throughout a round that you normally don't make on a normal round, that's like the difference in this round. If I would have missed, I think I made 5 circle 2s. If I would have missed those 5 circle 2s, I would be 7 under instead of 12 under. And that's the difference between breaking a PR and, you know, being a natural average round. And so, I don't know if I was just on today in my putting. I felt good, it felt good, everything just was smooth. Or if it was a putter. I switched a putter up, and which is crazy because normally if I switch a putter, it takes a minute for me to like get acclimated to it. But this putter I bought yesterday and I love it. I'm probably gonna switch to them in the near future and just keep putting with them until I feel like maybe that wasn't the case. Maybe I was just on, I don't know. But anyways, if you can take away anything, just take away those 2 things. It makes a difference for sure. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We're gonna go ahead and end it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I want to thank you guys for watching. Until I see you in the next one, go in peace, be blessed.